Hello everybody, I'm Mitch Young here, live review Malevolent Intention. Blunt force trauma taking on the middle recently, and it's certainly proving to be formed blunt force trauma, which consists of Marco Pontarelli and everybody's favorite Leroy Johnson, can attest to the will and testament of the blunt force trauma, and they are just getting their feet on the ground, so we're seeing how well they work. Here we are in Malevolent Intentions, right in the middle of Las Vegas, Nevada. And there they are, the blunt force trauma, Leroy Johnson and Marco Pontarelli. These two guys have certainly taken a liking to each other, Marco Pontarelli from Sicily and Leroy Johnson from Brooklyn, New York. Will we see the Brooklyn Barrage in the D&D from Leroy Johnson? Or will the Sicilian psychopath take on his own flavor of finishers? Well, these two certainly like to have a fight, and we're going to see one tonight. As soon as the Middle East militia enter the ring, all bets are off. This will be a war. Blunt force trauma certainly looks ready to have their match. Can the Middle East militia say the same? And there they are, the Middle East militia, Khan Ra on your left and Sheik Al-Akir on the right. These two men are certainly a dangerous tag team. One would even suggest that they're deserving of a tag title, but they've yet to capture the #1 contendership for the tag titles. Well, this rivalry that they're having between Blunt Force Trauma should, whoever lies with La Resistance consisting of Dubois and Jean-Luc, who have the #1 contendership and their tag team title match tonight with the Dudes with Attitude, Marvelous Mark and Luscious Lance. Marvelous Mark and Luscious Lance, Dudes with Attitude, are the longest reigning tag team champions here at HCW. And the only one way you can tell is that they've been champions since the invention of the title. Leroy Johnson and Sheik Al-Akir starting out this match. And the bell sounds. Sheik Al-Akir with a Uranagi side slam. Leroy Johnson reverses it with a shoulder block. That man's shoulders are so broad you can play a movie off of it. Certainly a strong gentleman, and you can see the strength of Leroy Johnson right there, holding Sheik Al-Akir high in the air for a long time and slamming him down onto the canvas. Marco Pontarelli licking his chops to get into that ring. These two teams hate each other. Leroy Johnson. Double axe handle to the face. Pump handle side slam by Sheik Al-Akir. Now tagging in Khan Ra, former U.S. champion, former global heavyweight champion, yet to capture the big title, even though he's had quite the rivalry with the world champion now.
They took each other to hell and back, even out into the parking garage.
Leroy Johnson makes a tag to Marco Pontarelli, the Sicilian psychopath, standing here. Spinning wheel kick by Khan Ra, taking down Marco Pontarelli, excuse me. Fall away slam.
That is a dangerous classic maneuver. Show off strength.
Marco Pontarelli reverses Khan Ra.
A kick to the face.
Now working the knee of Khan Ra.
Marco Pontarelli calling Khan Ra to stand to his feet, and this is what we are seeing here.
Double axe handle. Who do you assume's going to win this match, Mike?
Well, Mitch, given the sheer momentum the Middle East militia have, Blunt Force Trauma is on their way up, and they are tit for tat in victories, and this should be the culmination of their tag match.
Well, the rivalry might end tonight, or it could continue on till the next pay-per-view we have, which is yet to be named. Khan Ra tagging in his longtime partner, Sheik Al-Akir.
Sheik Al-Akir studying Marco Pontarelli and choosing a plan of attack, and that attack landed.
Well, here we are, reversing Sheik Al-Akir. Tagging in Leroy Johnson. The man loves to show his strength. Might recognize old Leroy Johnson. He was the longest reigning United States champion over at MPW.
Yeah, he was.
Reversing Leroy Johnson. Stomp to the chest and taking his way into a bullplex.
Talk about a man who has power. Sheik Al-Akir is one strong person himself.
Oh, spill to the outside right out here in front of us. A kick to the side. Sheik Al-Akir looking to take control.
If they don't get back in the ring, this will be a count out. And you can bet your bottom dollar that Blunt Force Trauma does not want that to happen.
And Sheik Al-Akir throwing Leroy Johnson into the steel steps. That's going to damage the patella. At the count of 5. Wait, excuse me, 7. Leroy Johnson dazed and confused out there.
But Sheik Al-Akir broke the count. So that means he has 10 more seconds to get back into the ring as he throws Leroy onto the apron.
An elbow to the face. The point of the elbow right to the bridge of the nose. That's a painful, painful thing. That'll make your eyes water.
And here we have the abdominal claw.
Getting a handful of those ribs.
Sheik Al-Akir headbutting the turnbuckle, trying to build momentum, but Leroy Johnson stops it momentarily.
Yes, but Sheik Al-Akir, a ring-savvy gentleman. Could he be setting up for the heart punch? Here it comes.
That heart punch is devastating.
Pin attempt here. 1, 2, and broken up by Marco Pontarelli, saving this match for his team. And
now both members of each team are in this ring. The ref needs to get control of this match.
Marco Pontarelli with a neck breaker taken by Conra. Leroy Johnson showing Sheik Alakir what he wants to do. Sheik Alakir. Leroy Johnson showing off his strength with a couple of backbreakers. Dragging him to the center. Bridging the neck now is Sheik Alakir.
At this stage of the match, this is not designed to inflict pain. This is designed to show your opponent that you're in control and you dictate the pace.
Oh, and he got reversed there. But Leroy Johnson did not take kindly to that as he sets him up for the Brooklyn Barrage incoming. There it goes, the Brooklyn Barrage. Devastating meat hook clothesline in the corner. And a gut stomp. What do you think Leroy Johnson's motives are in this match tonight, Mike?
Well, Mitch, my suggestion, if I had to wager a guess, is that Marco Pontarelli and Leroy Johnson, the blunt force trauma, are looking to get one up on them. And holy shit, D-N-D! That spells the end for most of his opponents. And Marco Pontarelli and Conra in the ring. Conra breaks up the pin. That's got to put frustration on Leroy Johnson. He just hit his big maneuver. And the match ain't even over with yet. Look at the power! Slamming him down, but Leroy Johnson is showing fatigue in this match. Sheik Alakir reverses into a overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Middle East Militia are showing why they are a dominant tag team. Marco Pontarelli has yet to find footing in this match, and Leroy Johnson taking the brunt of the punishment. A chop to the back of the head. Side slam. Leroy Johnson now setting up. Headbutt to the top of the head. That's taking the hardest part of your head and hitting the soft spot of another person's head. That could damage you in more ways than one, Mitch. Well, I'm certainly well aware of that, Mike. I've had my fair share of concussions with my time in the ring. Marco Pontarelli back standing, and Leroy Johnson showing off that grand physique of his. Marco Pontarelli wants in the match, but Leroy Johnson is telling him no, he wants to take control of Conra. Well, it was a reversal happened, and Conra in dangerous territory over there with Marco Pontarelli on his back. Marco Pontarelli, if I were him, I'd be punching Conra left and right. Leroy Johnson with a backbreaker, holding him down for a bow and arrow super. Leroy Johnson surveying the damage of Conra, and Marco Pontarelli standing there. He may have a glitch. Conra sending Johnson into the corner. That boot to the face is very just disdainfully painful. Alley-oop powerbomb out of the corner. And Conra standing, punch to the face. Back head was just kicked off. And Conra now
Setting up Leroy. It's a spinning wheel kick to the jaw. And here comes that devastating camel clutch hold. And he's on the opponent's side.
Leroy Johnson, his back has been worked on the entire match. He could very well tap out, but he manages to stay in this. And Conrad showing fatigue. There's a pinfall attempt here. Marco Pontarelli entering the ring and breaking the pin. What was Sheik Alakir doing? I think he was yelling at a fan, Mike.
Conrad climbing the ropes, hitting an elbow. Marco attempted to attack, but the attack went nowhere. It's just suplex tossing Conrad halfway across the ring.
Leroy Johnson loves to show his power.
Into the corner he goes. Could we see another Brooklyn barrage?
Yes, we are. That meat hook clothesline in the corner. Devastating, painful maneuver.
And you know what this means, Mike. It's D&D time. Well, it got reversed.
Conrad gonna take on the back of Leroy Johnson.
Pinfall attempt here. Rope break. Referee saw his foot on the rope. Conrad's as ring savvy as he is, he certainly should have noticed that, and Sheik Alakir attacked him.
Sheik Alakir himself has two devastating moves. He has the heart punch and that devastating brain claw.
Uncharacteristically, do a diving knee drop by Sheik Alakir to Leroy Johnson, who reverses out of whatever was going to happen. Teardrop suplex.
It's the beginning of the end. Here it comes. D&D.
That nigga dead. Pinfall attempt here. Marco Pontarelli jumping out, saving the... Well, Sheik Alakir kicked out, but I was going to say he was going to save the victory, but it didn't go anywhere. Sheik Alakir kicked out. Double team maneuver here. Double back elbow.
Leroy Johnson finally getting out of this match. He needs to rest.
Marco Pontarelli just got TKO'd in the center of the ring. Pinfall attempt here. 1, 2. Leroy Johnson saving the matchup for his team.
I'm not sure it's legal anymore.
I think it's Sheik Alakir and Marco Pontarelli. And now, here's that devastating claw. Can Marco Pontarelli hold out?
That's it. It's over. Oh, my God. The Middle East Militia beat Blunt Force Trauma.
Wow. Just an amazing tag team match. Some amazing talent.
There's your winner, Sheik Alakir and Conrad, Middle East Militia.
Leroy Johnson and Marco Pontarelli very, very disappointed in that.
But the Middle East Militia can hold their heads up high knowing that they just won.